Elsewhere, after previously threatening sweeping action on the world's second biggest economy before his inauguration, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, says he would rather not impose tariffs on China. What could be the reason? Let's tell you more in this report.
In fact, with President
In an
Putin
interview, the U.S. President Donald Trump boasted that tariffs are the one very big power America has over China, and he sees sanctions as key diplomatic tools to get a done deal. He has stepped down on the imposition of 20% tariff on Chinese goods coming into the United States.
We've been having massive deficits with China. Biden allowed it to get out of hand. He's $1.1 trillion deficit. It's ridiculous. And it's just an unfair relationship. And we have to make it just fair. We don't have to make it phenomenal. We have to make it a fair relationship. Right now, it's not a fair relationship.
In reaction, the Chinese Foreign Ministry in its daily briefing says there will be no winners in a trade war, and China is ready to talk to the U.S. to handle differences properly. During President Donald Trump's first term in the White House, he traveled to China to ask for President Xi's help with North Korea and its weapons-loving president. This time, there are speculations he could ask for President Xi's assistance with the Russian leader to end the war in Ukraine. Mr. Trump has told business leaders attending the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, in a video speech that China has a great deal of power over the war between Russia and Ukraine. He said Thursday he will meet with the Russian president, quote, soon.
We look forward to doing very well with China and getting along with China. Hopefully China can help us stop the war with, in particular, Russia, Ukraine. They have a great deal of power over that situation. And we'll work with them. And I mentioned that with during our phone conversation with President Xi. And hopefully we could work together and get that stopped. Tremendous amounts of money are being spent on nuclear, and the destructive capability is something that we don't even want to talk about today because you don't want to hear it. It's too depressing. So we want to see if we can denuclearize, and I think that's very possible. And I can tell you that President Putin wanted to do it. He and I wanted to do it. We had a good conversation with China. They would have been involved.
Meanwhile, a U.S. judge has temporarily blocked President Trump's order to change birthright citizenship, which was scheduled to take effect in February.
Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy.
President Trump has also ordered the declassification of files relating to the deaths of John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and Martin Luther King Jr. as part of another set of executive orders. And in another move, the U.S. president has pardoned anti-abortion activists ahead of a March for Life rally.
For more on the withdrawal of the imposition of tariffs on China and other developing stories from the U.S., especially following Donald Trump's inauguration, I'm now being joined by a Republican and former candidate for the Texas State House Representative, Professor Napoleon from Dallas, Texas, in the U.S. Good to have you join us, Prof. You were quite confident Donald Trump would win the election, and on Monday you attended his inauguration. 5 days on, how does it feel?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. We had it before during the campaign. I made it very clear that he will win, and he did it. So very historic. Of course, as expected, this is nothing new. I mean, we prepared for this. It's not a surprise. So the inauguration went very well, as you can see, and he stepped into it right away. He has started. We feel good.
All right, then. And since Monday, when the president took the oath of office, he's granted a series of pardons. Talk about the almost 1,600 people convicted of the January 6th insurrection, and more recently, 23 anti-abortion activists. What's your take about these, flurry of pardons we're seeing?
Well, as you know, this is he's not the first to do this. It's historic. Every new president in United States come in with a vision, and because they are on a mission. Trump didn't do what nobody had done before. Uh, this very administration, this very tenure is different from the one before. The past during his 2016, he wasn't really truly prepared, but now he is prepared. He has studied America, he understands America. See, he's dealing with America's problems. He's a game changer. And if you recall during the last interview, I mentioned that Trump is not a babysitter. He's not coming to babysit America. There's a reason why we put him, we gave him the opportunity to rule again. And this is the reason. So he's looking at all these areas of needs and he's putting up executive orders. But mind you, every executive order signed doesn't mean that they will take effect immediately. Every order signed, there is a department and a unit responsible for that that will oversee it. And of course, you have the Congress also. People are going to agitate, resist, and even file lawsuits and all kinds of stuff. But the truth is that America have a lot of problems, and Trump is here to solve those problems. So
Let's
he's a game changer.
All right. One of the problems that President Trump has identified is migration or illegal immigration, as it were. So let's talk about this. As it stands, a U.S. judge has temporarily blocked the president's order to change birthright citizenship, which was slated to take effect in February. Do you consider this a blow to the president?
A blow? No, it is expected. There are about, so far, we have over 22 states that have already filed lawsuit. We're gonna witness resistance. It's normal thing. But you see, that doesn't mean it's a blow. It's not even gonna stop anything. It will continue. But the law and the Congress, the society, the nation will look at all these things. This Trump is not trying to destroy United States. He is not asking people not to come into United States. He is not against anybody. They label him that he's a racist. He's not really a racist. You just need to understand Trump. I have known this man before he even got into the office in 2016. And then after that, I've met him a few times, I think twice when he was in office before. I haven't seen him this time, but I will. But you see, this birthright thing, if you are an outsider looking to milk America, it's a good thing. If you're a liberal trying to, you know, I guess, get some votes or do a be a good do what do you call it? Uh, be loved. You want love, people to love you. It's
Yes.
a very good thing. Yeah, but you see what? That's not how America works.
All right.
It's about economy. It's
I hear
affecting
you.
United States.
I hear
Yeah.
you on that, Prof. But let's talk about the strategies being, adopted here. Already, the mayor of Newark in New Jersey has actually criticized an immigration raid that he says was carried out in his city by federal authorities without his permission. The president appears to be facing an obvious backlash, don't you think?
Of course, there will be backlashes. We know that. But at the end of the day, we're looking at its impacts on United States economy. A person that is not an American citizen, a man and a wife, located in a different country, let's say Nigeria, comes to United States to give birth here and takes the child back home to Nigeria. That's okay. All right, then the child is considered American citizen. But the parents are not paying taxes here. They're not contributing to the economy here. The child returns here when he turns 18 or 16 to start college here. He gets a lot of federal government financial aid grants. There was no contribution to the economy. So this is sucking America dry. And Trump looked at it and said, no, this is not how to run a nation. And mind you, it's not only America. There are several nations, even Japan, Germany, China. So you don't really become a citizen automatically because, however, U.S. Constitution says that it is legal that once you're born here, then you become a citizen. But Trump wants to change that. He wants to implement this new law and then say, okay, maybe we can make some adjustments. He's
All right.
not. I don't think it's gonna be that way. That okay, hey, if you're born here, you're not gonna be a citizen anymore. I think there will be some adjustments. Maybe either your parents, one of your parents, is a citizen or a green card holder. I think there will be some adjustments
But then, Prof,
made.
don't you, because now it's beginning to look like a case of putting the horse before the cart, why not lay these processes out first? Why not do the consultations
No,
first
that's not how
before
it
going
works.
into
No,
it?
Trump doesn't work that way. He's a game changer. He's starting a conversation. He knows what he's doing. He wants to push it. Look, think about it. Everything he's writing, he just tells you, this is what I want, this is what I want. But he's a game changer. He's starting a conversation. Even the tariff in China, Canada, Mexico, changing, turning China, Canada into U.S. a state. He knows what he's doing. He's a game changer. These are just conversations that he's starting. But see, the way he operates is that he says something and then he lays out the roadmap. If you're not careful, you attack what he said, but you're not paying attention. When you pay attention to him, you will know where he's going.
All right, Prof. And just as we wrap up, he's hopeful of a more economically buoyant America. And of course, this is to be driven on one hand by tariffs. But he seems now to have soft-pedaled out somewhat, with China, saying he would rather not impose tariffs on China. What could be responsible for this? You have about 15 seconds.
Again, I said, Trump is a game changer. He starts a narrative. He wants people to talk about it. But then remember, he didn't just talk about tariff. He pointed at Ukraine and Russia because he wants China to do something. He puts something on the table. You jump on it, people jump at it, and then start discussing it. But Trump is working on something. Believe you me, this man knows what he's doing. He's not. We brought him here to do a job, and he's doing that job, and he will do it.
All right, then.
He's a game changer. Yeah.
Republican, former candidate, Texas State House Representative, Professor Oke Napoleon. Thank you very much for your time on World Now.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Well, let's take a break now. When we come back, we have more updates, including on the Russia-Ukraine war. Please stay with us.